Imagine sirens screaming, a fire truck barreling down your street, and then firefighters smash through your neighbor's luxury SUV like it's made of tinfoil. Oh, and not just any neighbor, the one who lives for HOA drama and treats petty complaints like a full-time career. Yeah, karma rolled in on 4 wheels that day, and trust me, you're going to love how this went down. It was one of those sticky summer afternoons when the air feels heavy, like it's waiting for chaos. Enter Karen, queen of the HOA, dictator of lawns, self-appointed color police. She parked her shiny SUV directly in front of the bright yellow fire hydrant by my house. Not an accident. Not ignorance. She knew it was illegal, she just didn't care. Her excuse: "These hydrants are ugly, and we never get fires here anyway." Those words aged about as well as warm milk in the sun. Normally, I'd just roll my eyes and snap a photo for the neighborhood group chat. It was not my first Karen rodeo, but fate had other ideas. 30 minutes later, smoke began curling out of a house just down the street. Real flames, real danger. And then, like clockwork, the fire truck came roaring around the corner. Lights blazing. Sirens shaking the air. Everyone ran out of their homes to watch the nightmare, and the firefighters slammed to a stop right in front of Karen's illegally parked SUV. The fire captain glanced at the hydrant, looked at her car, and shouted the 2 most glorious words my neighborhood has ever heard: "Smash it." With zero hesitation, firefighters swung their tools and shattered the SUV's windows. Glass rained down like confetti at a justice parade. They shoved the massive fire hose straight through the broken car and into the hydrant. Neighbors gasped, phones came out, and I swear, you could hear the universe laughing as Karen's arrogance finally came crashing down. When the first window shattered, guess who came storming out of her house in silk pajamas and flip-flops? Yup. Karen. She shrieked like a banshee at a rock concert. "What are you doing to my car? That's illegal. I'll sue." Did the firefighters flinch? Not for a second. The captain barked, "Ma'am, move aside before you get sprayed." And it wasn't an empty threat. High-pressure water roaring through that hose could blast an actual person off their feet. Karen didn't care. Fueled by rage and entitlement, she tried to physically block the hose with her body. Imagine a suburban middle-aged woman wrestling a fire truck. The neighbors couldn't hold in their laughter. Phones were everywhere, recording Karen's scream fest as firefighters powered straight past her, saving a burning home while she screamed about insurance and leather seats. The fire didn't care about Karen. Neither did the crew. Within minutes, the fire was under control, but Karen's car looked like it had gone through a demolition derby. Windows shattered. Doors dented. A giant fire hose threading through the middle like some dystopian art installation. When it was over, the captain finally turned to her. Calmly, he slipped her the city's insurance card and said, "Next time, don't block a hydrant." Then he climbed back in his truck and rolled away without another glance. The neighbors? They erupted into applause. It was a standing ovation of karmic proportions. But here's the best part, Karen. She wasn't embarrassed. She wasn't humbled. She wasn't even quiet. She was already plotting her revenge, and what followed turned into pure comedy gold. The very next day, Karen strutted around the block in sunglasses like she was a celebrity victim. She stormed social media with a 600-word rant about illegal property destruction and threatened to sue the city, the fire department, even me, for not warning her the hydrant was there. Imagine blaming your neighbor for obeying traffic laws. She didn't stop at Facebook rants. Nope. Karen dragged her husband, who looked like a man questioning every life decision, down to City Hall to file a complaint. And when the clerk explained that firefighters don't stop mid-emergency to ask permission from car owners, Karen doubled down. Soon enough, court day arrived. Half the neighborhood showed up for the free show. Better than Netflix. Karen brought a binder full of screenshots, photos, and even the HOA handbook, as if that carries more weight than state fire codes. The city attorney rolled and stacked with evidence, firefighting protocol, state laws, and, best of all, bodycam footage. The video showed firefighters smashing her windows, threading the hose, and Karen screaming in her robe about property rights. The courtroom burst into laughter. Karen tried to argue firefighters could have wrapped the hose around the SUV instead of through it. The judge asked if she had any firefighting training. No, Karen replied, but I have common sense. The judge leaned back and said dryly, that's debatable. Case dismissed. The lawsuit thrown out. And Karen warned that filing another frivolous case could land her a hefty fine. Neighbors clapped like it was the finale of a comedy show. But if you think this is where Karen stopped. Oh no. This was just intermission. Having lost in court, Karen went full supervillain. She started calling the fire station non-stop, leaving rambling voicemails demanding apologies. She staged a one-woman protest outside with a crooked Sharpie sign that read, "Firefighters are criminals." Cars honked, not in support, but to shout, "Thank you, heroes," right past her. One guy even yelled, "Hey Karen, park in front of a hydrant again, I need new content." But the real downfall was online. She uploaded a YouTube video called Exposing Firefighter Corruption, pacing her living room with homemade charts like a conspiracy theorist. Her evidence. Allegations that firefighters secretly enjoyed smashing windows for fun. Within hours, thousands of people watched it, not because they believed her, but because it was comedy gold. Memes exploded. One commenter wrote, "Ma'am, the only thing on fire is your reputation." Another, "Hydrants exist to hose down Karens like you." Even firefighters reposted her video with laughing emojis. Then came the local news. They aired the viral footage of water blasting through her SUV in glorious slow motion. Karen, once feared HOA tyrant, was now forever branded the hydrant lady. She couldn't walk through the grocery store without whispers trailing behind her. But you know what? The firefighters summed it up best. When asked about the ordeal, the captain said, "We don't like damaging property, but seconds matter." And honestly, some lessons just have to be learned the hard way. So in the battle between Karen and the fire department, Karen didn't just lose her car, she lost her dignity, her reputation, and any shred of authority she thought she had. And the hydrant? It didn't just save a house. It saved us all from ever having to take Karen seriously again.